sure way for you to save shots this summer, and that's a great volley of the camera by James Robinson. We've not got Bobby today, but welcome back to Get Good at Golf, guys, and we're going to be talking how you can improve your short game this year, and it is all in the wrist. So we're using the High Motion sensor today to show you that obviously if you want to play better shots around the green, we've really got to control these wrist angles. And what we see from a lot of golfers is, yes, setup is a little bit incorrect, we're too wide, we're too far away, and we have a lot of excessive movement with this lead wrist. You can see there, if we look at that club face, it is wide open, it is well behind me, and there's a lot of work to do to get that back square to that ball. And you'll see that sometimes, or most of the time, we'll see shots like that. You're down here, you don't want to putt because it is a longer shot, so we get the wrist into it. I'm going to send it high, I'm going to pitch it just short of that flag. It's going to check, it's going to stop, but maybe even go in. And realistically, we hit that shot more than not. So what we want to do with our wrist is think about what kind of shot we are playing. So when I set up into my posture, I'm going to have a relatively neutral lead wrist. And from here, what we want to do is keep that neutral throughout the motion, and we can then be consistent. If I want to play a mid-flighted shot, I'm going to have the ball position in the middle, the face slightly open. If I keep my wrist nice and neutral, we're going to generate a mid-flight. If I want to play a low shot, I'm going to move that position back, lead wrist is still neutral, and I'm going to make sure that the loft is controlling what we do. If we can control and be less handsy as such, we can get this ball doing exactly what we want. For example here, if I'm wanting to play that mid-flight, I'm going to get my stance narrow, I'm going to get a little bit closer to the ball, neutral wrist here, and from this position here I can just make a nice motion. You see there, I've got a mid-trajectory there, running out. Didn't go as far as we want, but that was the backswing length, not obviously the wrist. So we've got the ball flight because we've set our wrist neutrally, we've got that working. If I now want to play a lower shot, I'm going to still do the same. I'm going to alter my ball position, I'm going to keep my wrist angles nice and neutral, and this will now come out with a different trajectory. I'm going to turn back, keep my wrist neutral. See that, a lower trajectory running out towards that flag. So you can see controlling my wrist angles and controlling what this will do is going to help us get shots closer from around the edge of the green. We're not trying to overcomplicate it here. We're using a device that's going to help us get some understanding of what the wrists are doing. Are we magically getting a little bit of extension? Are we flexing it? Are we trying to hold that club off? Because the two extremes we see is obviously a lot of people might come in this kind of position, and then the opposite is if we start to drive that ball. And how many times we see people drive that ball towards the target, we start to catch the ground before the club even digs in potentially, we catch it heavy, or we get that one that I hit at the start of this video. You can see on screen, guys, we've had a few shots there with different wrist angles, and you can see that we've got to be able to control these for you to improve your short game this year, guys. But give the guys at High Motion a check out if you're looking to improve, if you're looking to get your practice a little bit more productive this year, then this certainly could help you instead of buying that new expensive drive.